Hello there guys, I'm just on an evening dog walk, giving my dog a good stretch out of the darkness. So the park's actually down the side of me, but we're just going for a little walk. So anyway, I'm going to put a title on this and it's going to be classified information and military and government ops. And I'm just sorting out a new laptop, and it's not going to take me long now to get back to where I was before my laptop was hacked and crashed. Whether I will have my laptop interfered with again, I do not know. So anyway, I spoke to a Navy guy today about the cloud seeding and rainmaking, and he looked really damn shocked. When I first spoke to him, he was in full uniform, and obviously I said, I'm aware you're in uniform and you are under your oath, blah, 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 blah. And I'm aware that I'm a civilian and you cannot share certain information with me that is considered classified. I asked him, well, not sort of asked him, because it's very difficult when you're talking to somebody that can't talk back. When you're talking to somebody who is anything to do with government service officials, such as police, army, navy, air force, all those that link up to NATO. And what I was trying to explain to him today was that England actually have an opportunity right now to oppose NATO and BREC. And if you don't understand that, then you don't understand what's going on in the world right now. And there's a bigger, larger world out there than the ends of our noses and the ends of the world that exists around us. I'm not somebody that goes to the pub. I never really have been. I'm not a drinker. I find as an autistic person, crowded space is quite difficult. It's not my space, it's not my place. That's just me. We all have different lives, and obviously here in the UK there is a lot of flash flooding going on, and I went into battle with a girl called Lisa something on social media because she was going on about living on an RAF base, knowing all the planes that were going on and continuing with calling them contrails. After I had just spent an entire weekend filming a military event here in Portsmouth and being quite perplexed about what was going on in the sky while it was happening. When I spoke to the binmen tonight, I explained to them that I understand what an exercise is. So in the military, they have things called exercises. So do the police. They go out and do exercises. Those exercises are basically training and practicing for if something one day happens. And I know a lot of people are talking about migration and immigration and things at the moment and how people feel about it. And I, for one, would find the world a very difficult place if everybody said English, Irish, Scottish, Wales, they're French, they're German, they're this, they're that. And I would find that world very, very, very difficult, because I quite like the world that we have where people are different. I'm not talking about diversity, I'm talking about different. Like one of the women who I spoke to today, you know, she's got a very unique milk drink that she's making that comes from her native country. And I think it's really good to share all these different teachings that we've got. What I don't understand and what I can't get my head around at the moment is the word borders. And I find this word borders really, really, while the aeroplanes are up there creating a border, I can see where they're coming from, where they're saying aware of the dimming and the rain that they're causing, and it's just basically the pollution of it. That's not true. So anyway, I've seen planes from the opposite side now, better quality that my camera can show, and I know exactly which plane is up there at which time that I've been doing the videos, and it's evident. It's evident. It's completely evident. And more people are talking about it. That's all I can say. So my intentions today with speaking to the Navy guy was, one, to explain that we as civilians have got a better understanding of what's going on around us, and we're not stupid, and that we do understand that there is a defence going on within our MOD and the military and things like that. How do I feel about the 26th and 28th for AK Tommy Robson? You know, is it going to open up the amount of people that are being trampled on by government? Because at the end of the day, what people are releasing, and this is what people are not quite understanding, is it doesn't matter if it's family courts, it doesn't matter if it's military or government, most of it is all sealed records for privacy, for personal life, and because things are classed as classified, because if the information was to get into what they call enemy's hand, they would have their strategic plan. But I don't think this way. And I find it really difficult because I don't think this way. So anyway, all my YouTube channels are going to be going back to what they were originally about, so I can help Shiloh get his stuff up on the ground and more focused on his stuff. And literally, hopefully, by the time the budget comes in, I would have submitted all my paperwork, because it's a difficult time. October is a very difficult time for me, especially when the said adopters of Aaron and Faith still haven't sent the letter, and it scrushes my head because every day I'm focused on the letter turning up. Every day I'm getting angry that it hasn't turned up. But if they don't send it by November, then it actually opens up a direct access into the courts that took Aaron and Faith. So part of me is quite happy to be patient and hope they just miss that line or miss that line altogether, because that would give me straight open access. And that's what people don't understand. They think it's easy to get into a court arena once you've already been through it, and it's not, because there's a sealant on mine until they are 18. So at the end of the day, ambulance. I find it so antisocial. Do you know what? That was such a peaceful walk, and it was so nice until them sirens went on. And do you know what annoys me is the police and the council go on about antisocial behaviour all the time, and verbatim orders for noise and things like that. And they put people who are in council tenants or say hostels and things like that through absolute hell to trying to live like little fucking mice, you know, with threats of, oh, you're too noisy. And then they go around with sirens that are the most antisocial thing. And this is the hypocrisy of our country. I mean, we are close to leaving, but as I've said, I am not leaving without Aaron and Faith. And it's getting to that age where they could just bob in and fuck off. So I want to be able to give them the opportunity to settle and get to know their family again and leave the cat. Oh, did that cat just run? Please tell me that cat. Yes. Oh my goodness, I just saw a cat nearly roll under a fucking car, literally underneath, and it managed to get away. Good. So anyway, do I believe that our military are completely naive to NATO? And does our military here in the UK have the army to defend us on what could or may not, or could, should, or potentially may ever happen, or potentially is happening? And should families like me just be able to get into a bloody boat and go off to another country or do we have to book tickets and pay for holidays like everybody else? So anyway, that's all I've got to say for now. Bye.